What is happening, fellow Cobras? Welcome back to the Strike First podcast. Today, we'll be discussing how the Karate Kid trilogy was originally supposed to end. But before we get started, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. So in an article from Screen Rant, we learned some pretty interesting news regarding the Karate Kid franchise, and what the original ending plans were for the franchise, as revealed in an interview with a company called Mandatory from John G. Avildsen, who directed all three Karate Kid films in the trilogy. Now, I won't be covering the entire interview, but I'll put a link to the entire thing in the description box below. So in the title of the whole article on Screen Rant, it's titled as "The Karate Kid Part 3 director wanted Daniel LaRusso to die at the end," which would have turned the saga into a tragedy and means no Cobra Kai. My initial thoughts on reading this, just the title alone, is that I think this would have been one of the worst decisions of character deaths in cinema history. Like, how in the world would that be a satisfying way to end the Karate Kid trilogy? Now, obviously, to most of our opinions, the Karate Kid 3 is the weakest in the trilogy, and it didn't have the best ending either. But killing off the protagonist is just not the way to do it. Now, Avildsen in his interview explained why he wanted to kill off Daniel in Karate Kid 3 by saying, quote, "I thought that Ralph's character should die at the end of the third one. He gets in a fight defending Mr. Miyagi's honor and dies in the fight. And Miyagi, feeling so devastated, says, 'I taught him too well.'" And the article on Screen Rant continued on to say, quote, "Obviously, that would have been a radical ending that would have concluded the Karate Kid trilogy on a tragic and somber note. While the Karate Kid sequels and now Cobra Kai increased the level of violence in the franchise, Daniel dying at the end wouldn't have been in the best interest of the character, the fans, or the franchise." And thankfully, Avildsen's hopes for LaRusso's death didn't move forward. But he is kinda right when he says that the Karate Kid 3 just ended up rehashing the old film, but without the magic that made the Karate Kid an enduring classic of 1980s cinema. And if Daniel ended up dying at the end of Karate Kid Part 3, that just would have meant there would have been no Cobra Kai. The next Karate Kid likely would have still been made, but it still would have definitely tanked critically and at the box office, even more than it already has. And then that would have been the end of the entire Karate Kid franchise completely. Although, it is also possible that the Cobra Kai producers, who are diehard fans of all three films, might have still created Cobra Kai anyway. They could have simply ignored Daniel's death in the Karate Kid 3 and retconned him back to life, continuing the story with Johnny in present day. But of course, I think we can all agree it's far better off that Daniel wasn't killed regardless. And in my opinion, this article nails it when it comes to saying that they made the right choice in not killing off Daniel in the third installment of the Karate Kid. Like they said earlier, the third was perhaps the darkest film of the three, but it still would have ruined the franchise in my opinion if they killed off Daniel. And over the course of the three movies, we see Daniel continue to learn the ways of karate through Mr. Miyagi and the obstacles he has to overcome. And after going through all that, it would have just all been a waste if they chose to kill him off. And perhaps most important of all, like they said, if Daniel died, then we likely would have had no Cobra Kai at all, or it at least wouldn't be as good as it is today. So I really don't know what was going on in director John Avildsen's mind to have him make up such an insane idea like that. But let's just all be thankful we still have Daniel LaRusso, Cobra Kai, because if it wasn't for Daniel, we wouldn't have the Karate Kid franchise that we all know and love in our lives today. But with that being said, guys, that'll do it for this video. Be sure to let me know down below in the comments section what you think of John G. Avildsen's crazy idea to kill off Daniel LaRusso in the Karate Kid 3. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button if you want to stay updated on Cobra Kai and Karate Kid content. And I just want to take a moment to say a big thank you to all you guys for 1,000 subscribers. We hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers before September 1st, so thank you guys so much for that. I'm confident that this channel is going to keep on growing and growing, and I'm going to keep putting out the best content I can for you guys. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.